In defense of Prism nightclub, I cannot believe these words are leaving my mouth. Prism is the entire reason why my mum was washing my sick off her doorstep after my A-level results day. But hear me out. UK nightlife is in crisis, with an average of one nightclub shutting every 3 days since 2019. But when defending UK nightlife, people are often referring to grassroots venues and underground and iconic and cult classic clubs. Understandably so. But what about cheesy clubs and bars that play pop music? What about your local club from your hometown? What about mainstream chain clubs and bars? Now, I know the big dogs are probably doing the best out of everyone, but if UK nightlife stays on this downward trajectory, everybody will be impacted. Shit nightclubs play an essential role in the nightlife ecosystem. Not only do they provide a lot of work for DJs, but they provide a space for teenagers and young adults to experience nightlife for the first time. I'm so sorry, but I don't want to see an 18-year-old anywhere near me at the club. Not only can teenagers learn their drinking limits, but these multi-room mainstream clubs do expose young people to other genres of music that aren't pop. House, grime, techno, drum and bass, these nightclubs are really formative for young people to discover what music they like and what nights out they like. But let's circle back and try and answer why not just UK nightlife, but nightlife around the world is in crisis. Because it is no secret that Gen Z are partying less than any generation before them. Firstly, the cost of living crisis. Not only are nightclubs ludicrously expensive to run, but nights out are probably one of the first things that young people sacrifice whilst budgeting because they are so expensive. And unfortunately, nighttime venues are fighting a losing battle against councils and residents to extend their alcohol licenses past midnight. The cheek of it all is that residents who will complain about nightlife noise are people who will move into nightlife hubs like Dalston and Camden, often into luxury apartment blocks, and then complain about the noise. There is actually a very long-running history of rich people hating noise. As Xochitl Gonzalez writes for The Atlantic, the sound of gentrification is silence. But when it comes to Gen Z's partying deficit, what about house parties? That's significantly cheaper than going on a night out, right? Well, yes, but where are young people supposed to host? Most young people live in house shares where they need permission from all their housemates. Most young people live in flats where they have to consider temperamental neighbors from all angles. And some of my friends don't even have communal spaces in their homes because they've been turned into extra bedrooms by the landlord. I do think young people partying less is driven 70% by circumstance, but it's also driven 30% by we're all just addicted to our damn phones.
Technology.
As average smartphone and social media usage has increased, so has time spent alone. Not only do I think this antisocial era is driven by constant access to entertainment, you'd be surprised how much social planning is driven by boredom, but also having constant connection to our friends, being able to text and call them whenever, track their location, is giving us the illusion of connection and company when really we are isolating ourselves more than ever. And also, as Katie Rosinski writes for The Independent, being boring has become a status symbol. But in essence, UK nightlife needs protecting now more than ever, even those nightclubs you were throwing up Jaeger bombs in when you were 18.